My name is Vivian Kailok. I'm coming to you from Kaswa. We're looking at the Okada business. I'm here today because this area, Kaswa ECG, is one of the known Okada hubs here in Ghana. And so I've come here today to speak to Okada riders on what they think about government's latest on the Okada business, saying that they will not legalize it. Rather, they will provide them alternatives. I'm come to speak to a group of Okada people here. They've been doing the business for a while. Now, yesterday, the vice president said it will not be legalized. For those of you who are still interested in doing the Okada business, they'll give you alternatives, which is the cars that you can use. What are your thoughts on that?
Thank you very much. May this opinion, we the Motor Riders Association, we beg differ with them. We don't agree with them for them to be giving us a car.
Why?
And you know that there is a difference. We have a difference between a car and a motor. Where motor will enter, car cannot enter there. So if they tell us that they are coming to give us a car, we don't think that giving us a car will be able to solve our problem or able to take care of our livelihood that we are living right now. So what we are saying that they should what? Regulate it and legalize it for us. That is all what we need.
Why don't you, if you get a car, the VW Passat they are proposing, you can go to a place which is not a traffic prone area and use it.
My sister, example, around this country, let's say central region here and Greater Accra and even Volta, wherever you go, you will see a traffic. Or isn't it? Look at here, right now, what is here? It's a traffic. And I can tell you that even my park, only this park, we are over 1,000 motor riders here. And 1,000 motor riders here, and you are coming to give us a car for us to be working here. Imagine the traffic that will be doubling here. So all what we want is, they should just find a ways of means to regularize it and legalize it for us so that everybody will be in his lane.
Now, some residents here at Kaswa ECG are not happy with the activities of these Okada riders and also calls by ex-President Mahama to legalize it when it comes to power. One of them is this gentleman. He wants to speak on the fact that the legalization of Okada should not be encouraged here in Ghana. Welcome to the Citi Newsroom.
Thank you, madam.
Well, what are your thoughts around these calls for legalization and no legalization of this Okada business?
This issue shouldn't have been brought at all to play in our political field.
Why do you say that?
Because this thing we all know in Ghana, that is causing havoc. We should look for a solution that will be enduring, not looking at the myopic side of it. We should look for how these gentlemen, how we can harness their energy, channel it to constructive development.
So yes. You don't think we should legalize the Okada business?
Never. This should never be done.
So that's a resident around Kaswa. He believes that we should not legalize the Okada business because of the dangers around the Okada business. So that's what he believes. But we've been speaking to an independent transport expert on what he thinks about these arguments over whether we should or we should not legalize the Okada business. And my colleague Umaru Sanda has been speaking to him on that. Umaru.
I'm here at the University of Ghana to speak to the head of the Geography Department. He's also the Director of Urban Studies at the University of Ghana, Professor Martin Otin Abebio. He actually did a paper on the business of Okada several years ago. Tell us what necessitated the paper you did and what area of focus it was.
We sought to understand, would that law work? After a series of field work, we realized two main things. That the urbanization process of Accra was also having a toll on the transportation network. And that compounds the traffic. Then it gives people reason to find an alternative means to negotiate in the city. Another point was the emerging residential communities. So the only means that people within those communities could communicate was to resort to Okada. So at that point, we suggested that if we could have a second look at the whole bill, which never worked.
Is it your thinking that Okada should be legalized wholesale?
Areas where attempts have been made to ban Okada has never worked. But in areas where, for example, if you go to Nigeria, they restrict them to certain areas. You cannot go to the CBD. If that is what we want to do, we can have a conversation on that. But to ban it completely is something that I don't think that it will ever work.
Now, what about the issue about danger? It is a risky business, they say, the critics or those who oppose this motorbike business.
If you have chance to be in Tamale before, you would see hundreds of motorbikes packed when there's the red light.
The light is
red. And they move when the green comes. So they respect the law. That's what I mean. Some of these accidents do happen because of their haste to avoid apprehension. So once it is regulated, this apprehension will not be there for them to cross red lights, for them to run into cars.
What do you think about the other approach from the NPP?
My thinking is that there are certain areas, no matter what you do, you need routes to use these vehicles. I don't know the basis of it. He's making his point. Okay. But I wish there is something document to substantiate that.
A lot of people have suffered injuries. Some have been killed because of the Okada business, the recklessness of some of these drivers. I want to take you to a documentary filed by Mina Dablu last year, looking at how people have suffered various injuries due to the Okada business matter. And she spoke to a gentleman who is a victim of that.
I was dodging the pothole that made me cross from the left side to the right side, or crossing with the speed to the filling station. Because what I realized right now is some people came and told me that the filling station is where he used to be parking his car. When the incident happened, he was the one who took me to the hospital at Dodowa, but I was in coma. So he said maybe definitely I'll die. So after the Dodowa, he couldn't follow up again. Till the drivers doesn't respect the motor drivers. So myself, I know that because I've been seeing a lot of accidents that is not the motor fault, but so far as you are using motor, as soon as you knock you with car, you're going to say it's the motor fault. So even when you cross the road, I try my best to swerve him. That is what happened. He gets only the half of me. Yeah, like he's going to knock me to pass top of me because he closed the road directly to meet me one-on-one. But I try to swerve and he gets the half of my body.